was at ballet school, I seem to remember that we very often finished the bar work with some little rises on one leg, which were very, very strengthening. So I thought we'd do some of those today, and we can look at the difference between rising, where you literally just rise up through the top of your head, up your aplomb, and lower, going down, and releving, where you spring up, really very much to spring on as you would onto point, drawing the toes underneath you, and then releasing them with a little spring to come down. Quite a subtle movement this, but very necessary for point work. So we're going to do 2 exercises. The first one is going to be on 2 feet, and we're going to use in the first and second, and if you want to do this on point, you can. So we've just got a very simple demi-plie, straighten, rise up and lower down. We do that twice, rise and lower down. And then we're going to do 3 releves in first, sucking the toes underneath us. 1, and up, 3, and hold, 2, 3, and dégagez to the second. Small second here, because when you rise up it's going to be wider. So not as big as you would want for a grand plie. And we're going to do the same thing. Demi-stretch, rise, lower, demi-stretch, rise, lower, plie, releve, release, releve, release, releve, release. Or as I sometimes call it, splat, drawing your feet back to first. Then we do it again on the other side. And at the very end, we've just got a little extra music, so we're just going to take a relaxing demi-plie and rise up again through the top of the head. And here, we're going to just release the knees in a little demi-plie, going over on the insteps. And it's really not about going down, it's really about your knees going away from you as your head stays in the same place. So it won't be very big. And then drawing up your head, drawing the backs of your legs together. And then we'll take a tiny balance here, just at the very end. So that's the first exercise. The second exercise, we're going to do rises on one leg, and the other foot is going to be at the coup de pied back here. And we've been very much facing the bar, going straight up and down. But here, because we're on one leg, we can begin to feel the use of the épaulement here. So as we are on the right leg, our head will be towards the right, and our left shoulder will be open here. So that we begin to get those lovely diagonals we talked about across the body, which is going to sustain your turnout and sustain your balance. So here, we're just going to do demi, stretch, rise up through the top of your head, lower, demi, stretch, rise and lower. And then 3 rises, 1, lower, 1, lower, keeping that leg absolutely stretched. And on the third one, you step into the first, so there's a moment of being on both feet, and you pick up the other foot behind you in the coup de pied, and you lower, very controlled, 7 and 8. Then we do the whole thing on the left leg, and then we do the whole thing again, right and left. And by the end of that, we should be getting quite strong. Okay, so we have some suitably chirpy music for this rather medicinal exercise by Douglas Corbin. And you may recognize this is one of the most famous tunes in ballet, perhaps. It's from Act 1 of Giselle. So, facing the bar. Here we are. Demi, stretch, rise, low. Demi, stretch, rise, low. And releve, and releve, and dégaging to the second. Demi, stretch, rise, low. Coming through the top of your head. And releve, plie, releve, plie, releve. and rise. Very lifted, knees going away. And straightening up and balance. Okay, so now on to our next one. On the right leg.